So this game we're playing without Thompson. He's injured. Could be a tough match against Oklahoma City. So this game we're playing without Thompson. He's injured.
Welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Bailey, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart. And a one-game homestand for the Warriors as Golden State will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And the injury, guys, to Klay Thompson. This is the big news coming in.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, that's great news, especially for those of us who happened to watch what happened to him. I mean, it was shocking. You could sense definitely his frustration with the injury.
So here's Oklahoma City starting group. Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Taj Gibson is out there with McDermott, and it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You look at Russell Westbrook, definitely an MVP caliber player, and I recall some eyebrows being raised when he was selected by the Seattle Sonics, the 4th overall pick back in 2008. Clearly the franchise knew what they were doing.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Westbrook. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
Warriors are gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Curry against Westbrook. And Curry, here we go. Nice concentration here, the double clutch layup.
Well, sometimes being shifty in this game is a good thing. Body control helping out on that attempt.
Westbrook takes to Gibson. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. There's a screen by Cantor. Oladipo for 3. Good on the triple. Oladipo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan.
It was evident in his voice when I asked him about the record. He told me, well, we've been learning the hard way. Anything less than 100% effort will not get it done. We want our guys to recognize that and be hungrier than we've been. Is it talent? Is it effort? Well, we're still trying to figure it out. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And here now the Thunder. The Warriors making the shot. Cantor sets the pick for Westbrook. They grab their own miss. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Cantor's got his first basket.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Here's Durant. That shot off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss to the Suns. Just beautiful.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
And not many players at that position, as explosive as he is in a close game, just rose up to the challenge.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this one.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And at this point of the season, Brent, it's still early, but you start to get a sense of how teams are going to play as the year goes on.
We always talk about that 30 to 35 game mark for coaches to figure out the roles of the new players and to see how far along the star players have come. It's a great opportunity for them to keep on that process and keep the growth moving forward.
One of the best parts of the season.
Well, when you look back for a championship team, Kevin, there are parts of the season that you can say are bookmark moments. This could be one of them.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
You see Billy Donovan out there on the sidelines, and you can't help but to think of all the success he's had as a coach already. Back-to-back titles in college, essentially built that Florida basketball program into a powerhouse. He's hoping that he can bring some of that success translated to the NBA and get himself in title contending position.
And for Billy Donovan, I think that's one of the bigger reasons why he made the jump from college to the pros, Brett. He had nothing left to prove.
Well, one of the reasons why he decided to leave Florida as well, Kevin, was the fact that he really enjoyed the culture of what it is that Oklahoma City represented. There's no reason for Billy Donovan to leave that university unless he felt like the opportunity in front of him had a lot of boxes checked, and OKC did that.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Russell Westbrook is second.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here's Cantor. Second chance effort.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Last season, he played outstanding. Third in scoring, and he was just so incredibly consistent from the foul line at the NBA's third highest mark.
And what you have to like about Enes Kanter, defense aside, is that he's an efficient scorer. He's got great instincts to offensive rebound and be in position for somebody to feed him the ball on the inside.
Outside Curry. He dishes it to Pachulia.
And one.
Terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Ah, come on.
His play is what everyone envisioned for him when he was taken third overall back in that 2011 draft.
Well, the hopes for every general manager looking at Kanter was that he'd be a great low post scorer, and that's where he's shown most of his prowess. There and at the offensive glass, where he just simply swallows everything up and puts it back in the basket.
Now here's Oladipo after the miss from Stephen Curry. Oladipo dishes to Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Kanter. The basket drops, and it's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Using that big body to create space, Kanter does a great job there cleaning the glass.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And just to mention, a season ago they were
Come on.
hitting about 78% of their free throws.
McDermott passes to Gibson. Here's Westbrook, and again it's Oklahoma City.
That's just too easy.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
Here's McCall. Picked by Pachulia. Pass to Curry. He kicks to Pachulia. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Durant in the corner. Will it go? It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And first time of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Surveying the Thunder roster here, and a lot of the players on it were their own draft picks. They've done a great job of identifying some talent late in rounds in the draft. Found a good amount of rotation players even when they were going deep into the playoffs.
Kanter with the screen on Curry. Westbrook kicks to Oladipo. Passes to Kanter. Tries from 10. No good. Shot missing. So Golden State will take it the other way. Rush from a win against Portland.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing.
And on the road, don't forget, they loved being the bad guys that night. They sucked all the air out of the building with their ridiculous shooting.
Here's Oladipo. Kevin Durant picking up that last pass.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Andre Robertson comes in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Robertson. And again, no good.
Nice break.
Durant with it, now defended by McDermott. It's Durant with the drive.
On defense, your priority is to close out on Durant's outside shot, but then he has that tight handle. Simply drives right by you.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Screen by Adams. And it's Westbrook missing.
It looked like he was in rhythm to shoot that one, guys, especially as open as he was.
Oh, nasty.
I know I will, Greg, but that was special. That was really special. Now here's Westbrook. Dishes it to Adams. And then a ball over the back on the play.
Oh, that's his third. Fuck. Who am I going to bring on? I don't have any depth in that position.
Is a force of nature. A couple of seasons ago, he had 3 knee surgeries in less than 1 year. And everyone was worried he might lose some of that explosiveness. Are you sure that's not a bionic knee?
Someone's pissed because they lost their starting spot.
Tonight they are here to compete. This is what the fans paid their money to see.
Here's Curry. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Lapidus.
That's just too easy.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Clark kicks it to West. Here's the dish to McGee. Outside for Curry. West passes to McGee. Pocket 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And here's West in the arc. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Robertson. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Adams outside. Out left in the wing. Here's Robertson. That's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And look out the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Thunder.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Now here's Curry. 32 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Well, when you played, you were known for your passing and point forward. Much of the time, it seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
Absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
I can only speak to you on the timeout, bro.
It's a position in this game nowadays, and I like to read articles.
What's up, LeBron?
Sometimes the coach position you on the bench.
Unjustly.
Let's run some plays.
Takes it to West. McGee is screen.
Pick and roll. Beautiful. Oh, come on. How does he block that?
Well, Adams quick off his feet there with that size and length. Tough to shoot over.
Westbrook with the bucket.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Curry dishes to Clark. And McGee gets to Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Rejected by Collison.
Get that shit out of here. Get that weak shit out of here.
1:53 left in the first quarter. Westbrook against Curry. It's Westbrook with the
And he gets a foul.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Andre Iguodala. How he did last season. Last year averaged 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
This game's going to be tough without Klay Thompson. He's injured.
And sometimes what you see is what you get. And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Come on, Iggy.
There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. Back to McGee, and it's Clark in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot.
No. Ah.
Oklahoma City has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Westbrook kicks to Collison. Back to Westbrook. The pass from Overton. Feeds it to Westbrook.
No threes. Ah, he's too good.
Off the front eye. Westbrook's got 12 in the game.
Triple double, man. Record amount of triple doubles this season.
Clark kicks it to West. Pass to Curry. He feeds it to McGee.
That's it. Cut.
Back to Curry.
Beautiful. And one. Ah.
Free throws now for him. The Warriors have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. First free throw is good. And both free throws good.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player.
Cash money.
At the free throw.
Westbrook passes to Adams.
Oh, don't call that.
And 2 free throws.
Refs. Fuck.
Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
I was talking about the blue guys and guys that do the little things to help their teams.
What was that shit?
Certainly that for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A big presence in the box.
Nice bricks.
When you watch him play with his team, he's willing to sacrifice his body, set hard screens,
Iggy.
and be a presence on the interior.
And the basket is good. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Curry against Westbrook.
He's trying to isolate me.
Baseline tried. It's rebounded by West. McGee dishes to Clark.
Oh,
West outside.
shit.
Baseline jumper. And the release was before the buzzer.
Iggy, you got to hit that.
It's a tie game.
Wide open.
And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Yeah, I'll do the Mets after this game, man. I get some games happening.
And Russell Westbrook, the guy.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's what.
Just to prove that I'm playing on Hall of Fame. There it is.
So many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
So far, it's been a crucially contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors got a bunch of intensity in this game.
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I think the defenders were supposed to be the bullies. Their offense is doing that job. Physically imposing their will. No one stepped up to stop them.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. Taj Gibson is out there with Steven Adams. And it's McDermott. Then there's Oladipo. And
Another foul.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge on the board from the sideline.
Yeah, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. The defensive-minded coach has developed into a great
No, you got one more pass.
Well, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, D.A. Thanks. The feed to Adams for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's McCall.
Oh, we can get up.
This game won't be close to long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. It's wearing there defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, we talk about the D. Let's credit the offense. He attacked right there from the moment he saw the opening, not letting the defense react.
Thank you. Alley-oop. Oh, to himself. I was supposed to get to himself.
Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Number 1, Steph Curry. Kevin Durant, third.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety.
I was supposed to go to Kevin Durant.
Offense is struggling.
Gibson setting a pick for Oladipo. He dishes it.
Oh, what a mismatch. Too easy.
Soft touch off the glass.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Clark kicks the Pachulia. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes
great.
in. Gets going by Oladipo. Here's Roberson. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm.
Oh, this is shocking.
With the steal. Oladipo outside. Pass to Roberson. Takes a three. Gets rebounded by Golden State.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck to beat here. It's just not his night.
Pachulia off the top.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Under trailing by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Oladipo. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Oladipo's got 5 now.
And that's where you like to see Oladipo operating right there.
Quality player. Oladipo.
Green, the screen.
Pick and roll. Beautiful.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Roberson the pass to Oladipo. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Off the mark here with the three-point shot.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Outside Durant. There's
No.
with the three. Down to 5 on the shot.
Oh, yeah, their defense is unbelievable.
Call the pass to Clark. That 3 off the mark. Under trailing by 4. Roberson dishes to Oladipo. To the left wing. McDermott, no one around him.
That's cash.
Down the 3 ball.
He can shoot.
McDermott's got his 3rd.
Nice pass. Get out of here.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's
Hey, Kevin, can you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 6 from 3-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. And Oladipo kicks
Wide open.
And the layup is given after a nice lead pass. Gibson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here's Clark. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Gibson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oladipo, the pass to Roberson. Adams outside. He kicks it to Gibson. Oladipo,
Get it.
3. It's rebounded by Durant.
In the first quarter, he's gone full from the perimeter during this one.
Now, you played 14 terrific seasons in the NBA. Who were some of the favorite teammates you came across over the
Come on.
I
You gotta
really
hit
enjoyed
that.
my time in Seattle with Gary Payton. It was interesting to say the least, Kevin. We can talk some more about that off the air. I also enjoyed my time with Ray Allen once he was traded from Milwaukee and made his way.
Made your lunch already.
Northwestern played for Seattle. Vladimir Radmanovich and Peja Stojakovic also in Seattle. A couple of foreign-born players coming over. Tony Kukoc in Chicago during the lockout year told me a lot of great stories about the Bulls when they were good.
That's 3 on green. It's a big foul.
And then my time in San
Might have to take him off.
playing with the big three down there and having a chance to play with Coach Popovich, those were tremendous teammates and very special relationships that I continue today.
He's going to stay on there. Can't get another foul with him.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Green with a screen for Kerr. Green gets to Durant. Passes it to Pachulia.
That's terrible.
Violation. Great team.
And checking out the numbers for Victor Oladipo. Last year, getting it done.
Oh, let's get a trap
About
happening.
16 points a game, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Green passes to McCaw.
Come on, McCaw. What are you?
The Thunder with the lead. Now the pass to Abrines. Here's the three. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep in the shot. Curry against Westbrook. Curry passes to McCaw. McGee in the corner. Out to the wing. Releases. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
I'm so missing Thompson.
Westbrook passes to Abrines. Dishes to Kendrick. He hits Oladipo on the wing. Pass to Abrines. Westbrook against Curry. Kicks to Kendrick. From the baseline. And no good as it rattles up.
Not quite sure why he felt the need to rush that one. He had all the time in the world and just threw it up before he was ready to go.
Westbrook against Curry.
Class.
To tie the game up. Curry's got 8 points.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Curry against Westbrook. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. McGee's got his 3rd rebound tonight. The try by Green. McCaw with the bucket.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. You know, Brett, when you take a look at the 5th Oklahoma City, Russell Westbrook and Victor Oladipo, that might be the most athletic backcourt in the NBA.
Well, you'd be hard-pressed in the Western Conference to find a backcourt that has this kind of athleticism. McCollum and Lillard in Portland, that's one way to go. Steph and Clay in Golden State, that's another. But sheer athleticism right here in OKC, they may be tops.
And Ennis Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That is a terrible foul to commit. He now has 2, and he's going to have to play more conservative from now on.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Curry. 8 points for him. Iguodala, right side. And Westbrook pulls it down. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Abrines. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by West.
And they don't like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Out left of the wing. Here's McCaw. And JaVale McGee with the foul. That's foul number 2.
That's a foul on McGee? What?
Thunder shooting around.
Really ugly period right now.
Now Westbrook. He's got 12. Oladipo, the pass to Abrines. Kanter kicks to Westbrook. 5 on the clock. The dish to Collison. Shoots the three. Westbrook, no good.
Both teams struggling.
Shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot two. We look around the NBA, so much turnover in the coaching ranks. I think I read that since the end of the 2012-13 season, only about 6 or 7 coaches have remained with the same team. It's a tough job.
It's a very difficult business, Kevin, and I think a lot of the younger ownership groups, and we've had a lot of ownership changeover as well, are not willing to be as patient with the coaching staffs that they've put in place, and that doesn't allow guys to develop in the same system over and over. I always think about DeMarcus Cousins in the first few years in Sacramento, seeing 5 or 6 different coaches for him and having to learn a new way to play each time a coach comes in and moving him around the system.
Come on.
Consistency, not only with the team, but with an individual player because of so much changeover.
You sometimes see more patience in other sports. That doesn't seem to be the case in the NBA.
And I think one of the reasons why in the NBA, Kevin, is you know this, 2 or 3 guys can make the difference between a team that's not competitive and then all of a sudden flip the switch to becoming a playoff caliber team. So it has to do with the personnel. In the NBA, players can make all the difference.
Good point.
Knew that was going to happen.
Curry with the steal, feeds it to West. And here they go. Here's McCall. Now that's how to finish the play.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer.
And we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound a mistake. Well, if you ask around the league about the moves that the Thunder made with the trade for Victor Oladipo at the 2016 draft, most people would tell you they got the better of him. Oladipo, the best shooting guard they've had since James Harden.
There's the feed to West. Pass to McCall. Back to West. And the stop by West.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. You know, Brett, the Oklahoma City Thunder for so long making do with one way at the off-guard position.
I think you're right, Kevin, and maybe Victor Oladipo changes that. Over 15 points per game for his career, and a very aggressive and athletic defender, a legit 2-way player for OKC.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately,
What are you doing, Curry?
we've seen this team have a lot.
David Allen against the Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Outside Curry. West pushes to Curry. West outside. He feeds it to Iguodala. Knocks it loose. Near the three-point line is Westbrook. He got up in the first quarter.
That was ugly. Very ugly.
And we hope you've enjoyed. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough. It is just about time now for the third.
Welcome back to the Bay Area, everyone, as we take a peek at Point Tower, at the skyline of gorgeous San Francisco just behind. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Greg, if he didn't steal the other team's playbook. His anticipation, unreal.
Curry's up there with McCall. And it's Green. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Durant in at the free throw. That's the Warriors' 5. Outside Curry. Lets it go from deep. Again, Curry missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's McDermott, and Durant sends it back.
Extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
Cantor, the pass to Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that sign.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Durant kicks to Pachulia, and Ennis Cantor picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Outside Curry. Pocket 6. And lots of contact there. I see the shot this for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Well, Kevin Durant, KD, is such a once-in-a-generation talent at his size. I mean, at 6'11", to be able to shoot the ball with the range he does and with the ease he does makes him such a scoring machine.
Cantor with a screen on Curry. Gibson the screen. The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, an off-the-charts scoring night right here for Westbrook. It seems like he's getting just about anything he wants.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Curry. Bounces high off the rim and flies. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yeah, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Andre Iguodala has continued to display his versatility throughout his career. He was a former All-Star and, of course, the Finals MVP in 2015 and the leader of the Warriors' elite bench unit. He said, I really try to lead by example. When the first unit's playing well, we try to maintain. But when they aren't connecting quite like they should be, it's our job to come in and fix that. Kevin has always been one of the team leaders, and plus minus.
A coach on the floor, D.A. Thanks.
Well, people talk so much about shoot first guy with Westbrook. How about that time finding the open man?
Here's Durant. And he drops him away off the glass. He's got 10. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Oladipo outside. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And 12 points for Victor Oladipo.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Durant. Slammed on, he draws the foul. Chance for middle point at the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
But despite his outward demeanor, Durant plays with so much passion, takes the hit, still able to convert.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Ennis Cantor. And it's Roberson in for Oladipo. Gibson the screen. 14 feet away. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside Durant. That'll go on McDermott. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Here's Durant.
And you want 3 reasons why Steven Adams is effective. Let me give them to you. Size, length, and athleticism.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Curry gets to Green. Green, the screen. Outside Durant, 6 to shoot. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
So capable of going through dominant stretches that leave the opponents shell-shocked. Durant almost laughing at this point.
Outside Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. And no good that time. 18 that time from Curry. He dishes it to Durant. Here's McCaw. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. 5 attempts for him at the line tonight. He's made 3. And he makes the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The Thunder have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Gibson with the screen on Curry. In the corner, it's McDermott. A three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors lead. It's Durant on the way. He's got 15. Outside Curry. Back to Durant. From deep, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Pachulia in the pass to McCall. That shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this is a team they battled in the conference finals last season, coming up short.
And it's Westbrook again missing. Warriors are going even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's McCall. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. McCall has got 15. And they're trailing by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Roberson digs to Westbrook. From about 19 feet, it's good. Westbrook's got 7 points for the quarter.
No hesitation with Westbrook being challenged on that shot. That's just how much confidence he has in his game.
Here's McCall. Hit by Pachulia. But they'll get another chance. Outside Durant. Outside for Curry. That's good. A nice assist from Durant. 13 points for Steph Curry.
It seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up back open from three-point range. Now, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Here's Roberson. Looking for his first basket still on this one. Here's Gibson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Green with a screen on Westbrook. Curry passes to McCall. He kicks it to Pachulia. Now here's Durant. He's covered closely. Missed inside.
He's certainly a threat to finish those opportunities with some style and flair, but the defense did a simply outstanding job preventing that from happening.
Back to McDermott. And the layup falls. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead.
As many attempts as you can get in close, those are high percent.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And the Warriors with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in from Chile. West comes in for Draymond Green. And Iguodala in for Kevin Durant. And then for Oklahoma City, Allison comes in for Taj Gibson. And Abrinas sub in for McDermott. For the lead, here's Adams. It's going to be 2 free throws, 2 contact on the shot. I got a chance to take a look at the shot chart.
Well, he has turned in a complete offensive performance so far, and he isn't through yet. I mean, you have to admire the work rate he's put in to get open on every trip. Even when he isn't the one scoring, he is affecting the defense as they have to gravitate towards him.
And it's tied up with that one. And watching Adams go to work out there, he is a bit of an old-school big man in the sense that Brent Hill, he'll throw his weight around and look to intimidate the other team.
Yeah, Adams willing to take on that role, take the punches, and take the hits for the rest of his team. And it goes along with his great defensive instincts, I think. His activity down low, certainly a big help for this team's defense.
Here's West on the top by West. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's going to nail bite.
Here's Adams. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, great efficiency on the inside from Steven Adams. Rarely does he take a bad shot.
West outside. Iguodala dishes to McGee. West outside. Curry against Westbrook. Curry passes to McCall. On the
What? Are you serious? How do you miss that?
Man, just imagine how much they'd be up by, guys, if his shot was going in.
Gives that one the ball. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Fantastic awareness out on the floor. That's a textbook assist.
Dishes it to Westbrook. And he goes way over the top for David West.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. In the corner, Iguodala with it. To the paint. Pass to McCaw. Outside Curry. It's up a 3. McGee, he hangs in there and cashes in at the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
It's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And the shot goes down. 25 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Curry passes to McCaw. Back to Curry. It's hauled in by Collison.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, you have to attack with more power.
Passes it to a Breeze. Collison kicks to Roberson. Offensive rebound.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Curry can't get it to go.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
John Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Thunder also changing it up. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Adams. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Roberson. Here's Westbrook. Up and in on the layup. Westbrook's got 13 points now in the quarter.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Here's the dish to West. Golden State moving the ball around. McGee the pass to West. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Thunder.
The percentage each of these teams shot was just outstanding. I mean, that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Golden State. They play the clock right, they go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. McCaw, the pass to Iguodala. Looking for McGee, he gets it there. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And here's Westbrook. 27 points for him. Got it off in time, but it's no. Let's take a listen from Coach Billy Donovan.
We've done a great job moving the ball. Let's keep the ball moving, extra pass, attack pass, and play, okay?
Billy Donovan enjoying the activity as Gene has shown. The motion of his offense, just wants to see more of it.
Yeah, they're working together well. The key now is to try to do it consistently throughout the rest of the season.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great game so far with both sides coming to play. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gator. Fourth quarter action, all queued up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Enes Kanter is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Oladipo. Dennis McDermott gives in the screen. Oladipo for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. McGee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside for Durant. Again, Durant missing. Oklahoma City trailing. And here's the fast break. Oladipo lead away. McDermott pushes to Oladipo. Unloads from 13. And hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for it. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on for Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Robertson's checked in. Takes the 13th footer and fingers. And that's cancer on the assist by Oladipo. Oladipo's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's McCall. Kicks it to Durant. And good. As it just slides right down through the net.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Oladipo kicks to Gibson. There's a screen by Canada. There's the pick. Gibson with it. Now Green defending. Cantor against Durant. And that one drops. And the Thunder lead by 1.
The number of go-to moves and a soft touch. Cantor can crush you inside.
Iguodala gets to Green. Here's McCall. Guarded by Oladipo. Outside Durant. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
There's definitely an argument to be made that Kevin Durant is the best offensive player in the league. He does not get as many touches as some of the premier players that we talk about often in this conversation, but he is unguardable at times. Commands so much attention on the offensive end and plays unselfish. What an amazing player.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Steph Curry's doing. David?
The guys that was able to catch up with the Warriors, they had a ton of training. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
Well, for how hard he competes in the game, you know he's going to do just the same when it comes to rehab. He may recover faster than most because of it.
And Durant is on the short list.
Get out of here, Gibson.
Certainly it's him and Steph Curry is the top 2 options.
Both generational talents, that's for sure. And what's incredible is that Durant pretty much has been the same player and has had the same consistency his entire career. When it's all said and done, Kevin, he could finish as one of the greatest.
No Thompson. Curry injured.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Westbrook's check.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
And how can we know? It comes down to one team's will against the other.
And the Warriors miss again.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
And Robertson kicks to Oladipo. Feeds to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Screen by Adams. Outside Westbrook. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And that superior length of Durant, enough to get his shot past most any defender on the inside.
McDermott with 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now the feed to Curry. Pass to Pachulia. Durant in the corner. The shot, no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Both of the shots you would expect him to make, you've seen it before, and so far, just not on his A game tonight.
Pachulia with the screen on Westbrook. Here's Curry.
And one. Yes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Gentry checked in for Roberson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Oh shit. That's just too easy.
Their offense has ground to a standstill, and you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Curry gets to Green. For three, Durant.
Cash money.
Green's got 3 assists tonight.
He's given them a little bit of everything this quarter, but his scoring has been absolutely dominant.
Kevin Durant taking over this game.
There's a screen by Cameron. Adams outside. Pulls up on the way. And that one comes up a bit short.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Here's Durant. And the lead now. Double digits on that bucket. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
Man, he is scoring in so many ways right now. The versatility on the offensive end really helping out his squad.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And with the rise of advanced stats, the big movement in the league, we've seen a bit of backlash from the traditionalists and the scouts. You saw it in baseball, we're seeing it in the NBA. They say you have to watch the game to understand it. You can't boil it down to just numbers. I think what you've always said is they can all work hand in hand.
The numbers are interesting, Kevin, and
Ah.
if there's some way that you can combine what it is that you see and backed up by the statistics, it'd be silly to think that you could get more information and that in some way you can't use it to your advantage.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge.
He's going on with the defense.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, we got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this game. See if that pep talk found gold, guys.
Oh, too strong.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Under trailing by 10.
Let's go. 5 minutes left. Money time.
Oladipo outside. Andrews, that's the fifth for Oladipo. For three, Westbrook. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
What was that, Westbrook? You were wide open.
Gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth. Sinking the majority of their shots. Curry kicks to Pachulia. It's Durant on the way. Outside, Green takes the three.
That's cash.
Assist from Durant. And the Warriors lead by 13.
And practically doubling his assist total.
No respect for Green.
His career. Durant's a more than
Wide
willing
open.
facilitator. Whenever his team
Oh.
needs to win, they'll do
What
it.
is that?
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Real good, Adams. He hits one, then this is the second attempt for the free throw line.
They've shown some strength.
Oh, that's a charge.
Their work on the board has been impressive.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball. But
What do we got? 4 minutes. Game's not over.
Curry against Westbrook. He feeds it to Cantor. And Adams gets to Cantor. For three, Westbrook. The Warriors pull it in.
Westbrook, you're throwing up more bricks than I can build a house, mate.
At the Staples Center.
I can build a house for all those bricks you're putting up.
A one-game road trip. And the basketball Curry. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
Now he's getting anything he wants out there. He has this look in his eyes that says, nobody's going to stop me. Not tonight.
And Oladipo gets to Adams. He dishes it to Cantor. Just 5 to shoot. McDermott for three.
That ain't going
The
in.
Warriors pull it in. Green's got
Oh.
his here tonight. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant.
Oh, it's surprising with a bit of a trap.
And Oladipo gets to Adams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Warriors leading by 14. Curry with it.
Pull up.
Now defended by Oladipo.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, you want your guys to attack with confidence, but that's just a bad look.
He kicks it to Cantor.
No.
The shot goes in.
His shooting percentage is really outstanding tonight, and his team has needed it big time.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved.
It takes some time off this clock.
Curry with it. Active for Julia. Golden State moving it around. A floater.
Yes.
They kick it out to Green. At the top of the key, Durant.
Oh, come on.
Boy,
Gotta hit that.
rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with the chance to win.
Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
You know, he just like every other coach, he stands on the inside. Boy, are they struggling in there.
Still got plenty of time. Westbrook hits a few threes. They'll be in trouble.
And closing off those driving lanes.
Now here's Westbrook. Screen by Adams. Westbrook passes to Oladipo.
Oh, what a pass.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50. Or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power.
Oh, we've got to put him away.
Green, the screen.
Pick and roll. Oh, come on.
Shocking who blew that opportunity, guys. 9 times out of
That should have been game over.
Westbrook pushes to Cantor. Westbrook passes to Cantor. 16 feet away. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
They're coming.
33 points for Russell Westbrook.
They are coming.
Recognition there from Russell Westbrook. You take away his path to the basket, he can still just rise up and get you from the mid-range.
Green, the screen. Curry gets to Pachulia. Back to Curry.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Looks like the Warriors will take possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that.
What do we got? 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Good hand-eye coordination, but he can only get the deflection very close.
Nick Collison's stepped in for
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Westbrook pushes to Oladipo. On the strike. Green with the rebound.
I think that's game now. I think that's game now. Oh, get that out of here.
Time definitely not on their side.
Nope, not looking good. They need to get a shot up immediately here.
Oh, that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, as a coachable guy with a very positive attitude, Kicker has to be feeling
All right,
good.
they need to stop. I need a basket. Oh, another big defensive play.
And Oladipo gets to McDermott.
He's going to hit that. Nope. They got a foul.
Led by as many as 14 points. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag. And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead,
Don't say it's in the bag. Don't jinx me.
Good coaching. The last thing you want to do is have total control of the game and give some back at the end.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Pretty much full force there on the bad pass. He has to just make better decisions on the delivery.
Who wants some junk points?
Curry dishes to Pachulia.
They're not going to foul. They've given up.
26 seconds left in the fourth. Curry passes to Pachulia. It's Durant on the way. Shot clock at 5. It's a shot at the elbow.
Oh,
Durant's got 30.
here's his 30 points.
Well, doing things the right way and not letting up. Great attack.
Oh, let's keep him under 100.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McDermott can't get it to go. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. We'll over and back.
What? I just stopped. I didn't get over and back. Let's have a look at that. You are kidding me. Right. Such a BS call.
Cole. No good. So the Warriors get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the
Well, good. Stay tuned for some baseball. Laters.
For the vast majority of the game, and whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steph. Congrats on the win. How does this team continue to be the most cohesive unit possible?
To me, it's a commitment. And we know that that's going to put us in a good position to win every single night. If we put the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. And God's going to help you. We help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry. And I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defensive end.
So you guys have been one of the best defensive teams in the league the last few years.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson. Kevin Durant took the second half of this game by storm. Time and time again, he came up with huge plays for his team.
He was dominant, throwing one haymaker after another, and the crowd absolutely loved it. They were eating it up. It's a love affair between him and this city, especially when he's tearing it up like that. He delivered a beauty tonight.
Well, I love how aggressively he was taking it inside. Any little opening, he went for it. Showed a lot of explosion and a lot of heart.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. See you.
Good night.